Good morning. This is about 6 o'clock this morning. This is the 17th, and it's the day after the Virginia Tech shootings in April the 16th of '07, and then the Boston bombing. And both of these were mind control. Um, so that's all I can say. I've put this on other tapes, and yes, they can be proven, even though mind control is a invisible weapon. So I've got a lot of tapes on here, and I wanted to give just a little background before I comment on this. This morning, on this. I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in '41 at the age of 2 years old and brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey, married to Childers. Both twins, Peggy and Carl, and I want you to take note here of the Carl was the twins' name, Carl Preston Dempsey. The Preston's also been used, but right now Carl. Uh, Both twins were killed by their mother, Lina, and I was dropped off there. As far as I know, at Cortland Air Base, Army Air Base or Air Force Air Base that was just being built there in '41. Now, this is a picture of my Uncle George in '39, the year I was born, and the family, and he's with Roosevelt. The only time I believe he was there. And this is in '39, like I say. And this is a U.S. News and World Report, April 28th, '97. You really need to know what happened to me when I picked this up from the magazine, The Attorney, where I was, what was going on. But I can't tell all of that right now. But anyway, my Uncle George helped kidnap me, helped the New World Order, Freemasons, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. They're the Jews, Kennedy, Joe Kennedy was ambassador to England, appointed by Roosevelt, so he's Irish. And you've got my uncle, the turncoat that the United States installed, and he took down my father. They did. The whole thing about my father marrying Wallace Simpson was a lie. And usually I have a picture of the imposter and Wallace together that actually an imposter married her. My father was married to Claudia O'Keeffe, American, and sister to artist Georgia O'Keeffe. So all of it, if you can get into that whole mess, the 99-year seal that was put on my father, all of it was a lie and illegal, and I'm the legal heir, and I really am Victoria the Second. Now, they brought me over here, and the part I'm going to skip to now is, I'm not going to take out Hustler magazine. I wrote a book back in actually I started 76, 77, 78, 79 trying to get it published. And the only thing I have in here is just, I'm not going to get it all out this morning. Hustler magazine's back in there. Had an endorsement of me because April of '84 because Larry Flint was shot while I was doing the book. And I was living at Moonraker Apartments, and the title of the book, MD, A License to Kill. Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, about 45 miles away. The book never got published. I had a letter from the FBI, June the 23rd, '79, and I was still full of antifreeze, let me put it that way, April the 1st of '80. And, it was a fiasco what they did to me. I was taken across the state line illegally and ended up in that condition, passing a uh, police background check that you have to work for the uh, district attorney, Fred Simpson, Madison County district attorney. And that's when John Lennon was killed, and he's British, of course, and the name John and the Lennon comes into play. But now then, I want to bring this in a little bit, and I'm not going to try to explain it all. I hope before the world I get to tell it and it's shown what's been done and the truth in this whole thing. Mark David Chapman, this is while I was working for Fred Simpson. Simpson is almost like clues to my identity that I didn't find out until '83 that I'm Victoria II and my father's King Edward VIII. And that was a whole illegal takedown and all that. Now then, Mark David Chapman shot John Lennon. Mark and David, Mark is my son's name, who's heir to the crown after me. David is my father. That's what they call my father, his name that they called him, other than, his title is Edward VIII. And Chapman is just the letter C out of Childers, Mark. My married name. My name would be Windsor, but and that's my son Mark, what he has to go by. So, and I'm living at Warren House Apartments. Warren, as in the Warren Commission, the cover-up. If they told about what really happened there, then they'd have to tell about me and my kidnapping and the Kennedy's father, Joe Kennedy, being ambassador, and then on the kidnapping. So now I want to go to, and by the way, Mark David Chapman, I didn't know this. I had told this a long time ago about his was a mind control murder. And Mark David Chapman, someone here on Channel 7 or one of them that I'm looking at now, they all know this and won't tell it, the murders. Mind control murders. But Mark David Chapman lived here in Roanoke for a while. I believe it was on 9th Street. They found it in the phone book, and the TV reported it. Now then, I've been telling about how I've been chased and soaked. I'm allergic to chemicals. And my immune system attacks itself, and it's really been horrible what they've done to me. It's law enforcement's doing it, and they get things on people, and they comply. People really don't, it's a joke that they could kidnap me. But this is going to run out before I even get it. I'm trying to show you the connection to where I am and who I am. And this is going to go out. Carl Barton was, in the name Carl, like in the twin, Carl Barton was up on, he was a retired Virginia State Trooper. And I'm going to have to put this on another tape, so I might as well go ahead now. But I was going to show you, I was living at a affordable corporate suite on Overland Drive, and I'm here at this one, and they have helped do it. This is owned by Jewish. Now, I've had to live here, and I'm back here. They're owned by the same man, and they comply with the law enforcement, and they have soaked me and killed me. And now I have shingles, and here's the medicine. I have high blood pressure, and from the stress of it all, and now I have shingles from it, which is another immune disorder. And you should see what they're doing to me here. I've had to come back here again. It's just bouncing from one to the other, and nobody seems to care.